What's up, guys? Coming to you live from, well, not live, but coming to y'all from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My husband and I decided to do some camping. So, shout out to Sun Outdoors in Myrtle Beach. If you are a camper and you like to go camping, this is a beautiful campground. I may try to put some video in just to show you a little bit of it, but you can see a little bit of my camper out here at the back. But enough about that. This video is about this big, beautiful bill, which is what your boy's administration is calling it. The bill is definitely big. I just don't know how beautiful it is. But I went over it and looked at it. Now, it's 1,100 pages, and I am not reading 1,100 pages. So I did pretty much what everybody's doing today. I asked ChatGPT to go look at the bill and let me know exactly what's in it. So I got a summary on ChatGPT and just got a rundown of a few of the things that were in it that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, this bill just barely passed through Congress. It was 215 to 214 for the bill. And that still has to go through the Senate. And they've already said that they don't like the way some of the things in there are looking. So they're going to be making some changes to it. But if it goes through, there's going to be pros and cons to this bill from what I'm seeing so far. Now, to be fair, there are some things in this bill that will help some Americans. Yep, I said it. There are some things in here that will be helpful to some Americans. I think most people's problem with the bill, though, is that there's more in it that's going to be harmful to more Americans. Even Elon Musk doesn't like this bill. He criticized Trump and the Republicans on the spending of the bill. He said, and I quote, he was disappointed by the bill, which frankly increases the budget deficit, not decreases it, and undermines the work that DOGE was doing. So he's like, well, why'd you call me in here to decrease the spending if you're just going to spend more anyway? It makes no sense. And now he's finally seeing that, and he's getting up out of Dodge or Doge, whatever. Okay, so one of the things that will be helpful to people is the elimination of taxes on tips and overtime. So income earned through tips and overtime work will no longer be subject to federal income tax. So that will cut down on your taxable income and will save people some money. So that's beneficial. There's also an increase on the child tax credit. So I believe currently it's $2,000 per child. It's going to be increased to $2,500. So that will be helpful, but it is only a temporary increase. So you'll have that extra money up until 2028, and then it goes back down to $2,000. So that will be helpful temporarily. And then there's also tax incentives for people who purchase American-made cars. So if you're in the market for an American car, then you could save some money on the taxes for purchasing that. So good luck with that. That might help with the tariffs. So again, if you're in the market for a car, you should probably go ahead and get one as soon as possible. However, this bill in its current form is proposing to cut over $600 billion out of Medicaid. It's going to also impose work requirements for people who don't have dependents and don't have disabilities and are up to the age of 64. They're going to have a 80-hour a month work requirement. So you have to work at least 80 hours a week with documentation twice a month. And they're going to reduce funding for state Medicaid expansion. So Medicaid is for people with limited income or with limited resources who don't have access to regular insurance. And it's a joint federal program, so it's paid for by both the state and the federal government. Now, the federal government has a general set of rules that all the states have to follow in order to continue to get that funding, but each state runs their Medicaid program independently. So there could be different state rules that you have to follow in order to be eligible depending on which state you live in. So if you're somebody now who lives in a state where, maybe you have to just go to work, like 5 hours a week or something, for whatever reason. I think that's going to be across the board now. Every state, every person that's on Medicaid is going to have to work 80 hours a month, which is what? 20 hours a week, which is what? 4 hours a day. So you're going to have to work at least a part-time job in order to qualify for Medicaid, which I don't know what kind of situation that's going to put some low-income people in, especially if you got kids. Well, this is for people who don't have dependents, so I just don't know what kind of situation that's going to put some people in. Now, this proposed cut says it's for people without dependents or disabilities. So I always thought Medicaid was for people who got hurt on a job and now they can't work because they were injured, and now you have to get Medicaid. So I'm assuming that a disability also includes injuries on the job that don't allow you to work anymore. So somebody let me know if that's correct or not, because if that's the case, then fine. But I was just wondering, how are people like that going to be affected? If you've been working, but then you get hurt on a job and now you can't work anymore, are you still going to be required to work 80 hours a week just to get Medicare, or Medicaid? So if somebody could clear that up for me, that would be great, because I'm not really sure I understand what the difference is between those two. Oh, and it's also, they're also proposing to cut SNAP benefits, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's a federal program that helps primarily children with nutritional assistance. So help with school lunches and stuff, so they can eat during the day and focus on their education. They want to cut spending from that, which I think is a big problem. That's definitely not going to benefit anybody. So that's going to put more strain on lower income families to make sure that their kids are able to be fed. So I don't agree with that. There's also $46.5 billion of funding in the bill for the border wall. Yes, that border wall that he's been trying to get built ever since his first term. And he was talking all that trash about Mexico paying for it. Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Well, Mexico said, screw that. We're not paying for no damn wall. So guess who's going to pay for the wall? You're going to pay for the wall. I'm going to pay for the wall. To keep all these people out, these immigrants out. So yeah, there's funding in there for that too, which, I don't have a problem with the government reforming the immigration program, but a lot of these people that they are deporting do a lot of these low-income paying jobs that Americans are not doing. So I just see it as a detriment. I'm not saying you should let millions of people come in here illegally, but I just see it as a detriment to the economy in this country. But what do you think about that? There's also funding for 10,000 new immigration enforcement officers, or border patrols. So they will have more people at the gate trying to keep these people out. So we'll see if they're able to do that and how well that goes. And they're also going to be charging people who come into this country looking for asylum a $1,000 fee for the application. So you fleeing all this turmoil in your own country, trying to come here to make a better life for you and probably your kids, and you got to pay $1,000 on top of whatever they're already having to pay to even fill out the application. And my hunch is a lot of these people that are coming over here looking for asylum don't have that kind of money in the first place. So that's just going to knock a lot of people out. They're not even going to be able to do that. So I don't think that's fair, because this is supposed to be the land of opportunity for everybody, and some people are not going to be able to even fill out an application to possibly get that opportunity because it's too expensive. So there's that. So I think it's a mixed bag you're going to get with this bill. I won't completely crap on it, and I won't completely say it's great. But again, I'm not going through 1,100 pages to see everything that's in it. So that's just some of the things that are in the bill. Give me your opinion on how you feel about some of those provisions, and if if you think they're good or they're bad, and tell me why. We can have a debate on it. Yeah, that's what I got for now. So I'm gonna go find something to do at this campsite, blow off some steam, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe on the channel, and I will be back with another video. Hopefully I can talk about something else, because I'm getting tired of talking about Trump, and there's other stuff going on. I talk about this Diddy trial, because there's all kinds of stuff going on in there too, so I may come back with some of that too. I'll check you guys out later. Bye.